Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Let's Play Oblivion again, where Jazir is probably not very happy because it's raining and thundering and he has to go walk all the way back across the aqueduct again. I'm not in a great mood myself, actually, I have to admit. Mostly because just before I started recording, I went to check on the delivery progress for a parcel I was supposed to be getting today, and bloody DHL taking it straight back to the depot. Didn't even bother to try to deliver it. I got an email this morning saying it was out for delivery, and I got an email just before the stream started saying, no, we've taken it back to the depot. I'm sure they had their reasons, but screw their reasons. It was weird the way she phased in and out of reality there. I want my damn parcel, and I'm probably not going to get it now until after the weekend. I'm so annoyed. Anyway, never mind. I really needed that. It was some paint I frickin' needed. It was a spray can of paint. I actually needed it today. I'm so mad. Anyway, well, Jesus, look at the world. It's suddenly descended into the most ethereal pits of gloominess right now. It's reflecting my mood, I think. Oh dear. On the bright side, I'm no longer boiling to death because the heat wave in the UK has passed on until the next one. It was monstrous. That's why you're probably only getting one episode of Oblivion this week. And it's a late one as well. It's because for the first time in my life, I actually experienced temperatures higher than 40 degrees Celsius. And oh my goodness, it was a bit warm. It's that kind of heat where it's hot enough that you can actually feel the air on your skin. It was just oh, so bad. The office was completely uninhabitable. I couldn't record any videos until today. Because it was just like, you know, if I'd stayed in here for a couple of hours recording videos, I probably would have given myself heat stroke. It was really bad. Because when I record, I have to close the door and close the window outside as well to get rid of the background noise. So the room just heats up and up and up and up and up and up and up. It's got great big windows as well, so lots of sunlight coming in and heating the room up as well. It just, oh. Best I was able to do was edit together an Empire at War video that I had already previously recorded and upload the two stream VODs. That's the best I could do, I'm afraid, before I had to tap out and flee downstairs. Anyway, we're going to go into the Imperial Waterworks here because we think the blockage of the aqueduct is actually in here somewhere. And not on the aqueduct itself because we've cleared out all the debris and apparently it's still not working, so... Nice paintings, I guess. What is that even supposed to be? In honor of the great Tiber Septim. Honor with a U. Gets a thumbs up from me. Reinforced steel door to Imperial Waterworks water purification chamber. We do anything with these? No. Alright. Aqueduct water. Would you like to throw a coin in the water? Why not? Jazir will make a wish. Well, it all seems to be in working order. This is weird and glowy and magical. Maybe that's normal. Maybe it's supposed to do that. Ooh. A dead Argonian. Blood-splattered letter. Can't make any of that out, really. Coven, he must. Action. He will be no more. these reasons, I order you to take whatever action to kill someone. May your something swift and your and something unrelenting. The water has blotted out most of it. It is unreadable. Move the body. I cleared the blockage, which turned out to be a dead Argonian. I should go back to Vabthan and tell him that I've solved the problem. Well, there's that. Problem solved! Ugh. Horrible weather. What time is it? Oh my god, it's the middle of the night. Look at how fast time moves in this game. Good grief. Been playing a lot of The Witcher 3, and then before that I was playing a lot of Cyberpunk. And time moves a lot slower in those games. I'm not used to this. Day-night cycle in Oblivion is crazy. Dreadful weather. It's not just like raining either, is it? It is absolutely bucketing it down. Thunder and lightning. The whole. I just heard a frog. I just heard. I'm not imagining things, right? I just heard a frog. This is horrible. Then we'll have to go to what's it called? Pell's Gate. Rent that room from the robot lady after all. I guess on the bright side, with the view distance this low, it's not as noticeable that the aqueduct hasn't got any distant terrain for it. So, on the bright side, there's your silver lining, I guess. Oh, really well done there. And we have a fish. A yellowfin tuna. Well, we won't say no to that. Oh my god, the expression on its face. Goodbye, Mr. Tuna. I don't know how that got up there. Some interesting shenanigans going on with the creature spawning there. I've seen, like, slaughterfish dancing outside of the water plenty of times, even in vanilla, actually, but first time I've seen a tuna do that. Sure, we'll go back through here. Even though there's definitely something in here making weird noises. How do you do that, Vilja? That's a very impressive magic trick there. Mr. Babtham Drothan. Oh, you're asleep, are you? Well, wake up.
Ah, finally, the people of the Imperial City can drink the sweet waters of the spring once again. Thank you for all you have done. By the way, if it was not the rubble blocking the stream, then what was it?
It was a dead Argonian with this note. I would advise that people do not drink any fresh spring waters for a little while until that gets out of the system.
A note? What does it say?
It mentions a death wish.
A death wish, you say? By the Dark Brotherhood, maybe?
No, the Mockers. Ever heard of them?
The Mockers, you say? I have not heard that name for quite some time, but I do remember an issue of the Black Horse Courier mentioning them. It was about some extravagant plot to use the Thieves Guild as a puppet to control the actions of the Imperial Watch. It was all a bit ridiculous if you ask me. I don't even believe the Thieves Guild really exists. Anyway, thank you for your help. Here is the reward I promised you.
Oh, 70 gold, hooray. Thank you.
No, thank you. Without your help, people of the Imperial City would be without water. Something I wish to never witness again.
Well, I mean, they had water, my mate. They had water from, like, wells and stuff. They just didn't have any fancy fountains. Which is probably why nobody was in a huge rush to fix it. He gave me a book, The Waterworks, Vision to Reality, a written dictation of Emperor Tiber Septim's vision. Oh my giddy aunt, there's a lot of it. With pictures. Palace fountains, temple fountain, Arboretum fountain. Oh, hello, this is interesting. Okay. I have an Xbox controller plugged in at the moment. And I just nudged it. It's on my desk here in front of the keyboard. And I didn't realize that Oblivion has controller support, apparently. On PC. This is weird. I mean, the sensitivity is all horrifyingly wrong, and I can't seem to be able to run. But, that's a thing, I guess. Man, it's been about an ice age since I last played Oblivion on an Xbox. Ah, brings back memories. Mostly memories of not being able to shoot anything with a bow, but hey. Whatever. Let's not do that. That was the thing about Xbox Oblivion, was it had much better graphics and a much better frame rate than on my crappy PC at the time, but the downside was that you couldn't hit the broadside of a barn from the inside with a bow and arrow. It was just, and same goes for spells really, it was just impossible to aim at anything.
It's my pleasure. Please continue.
Peregrina Otiustiris, a bold and irresponsible something. You wish to join us?
I don't think so.
No, I didn't think so either. Let's go back to Pell's Gate and get that room. Or rooms. There's a mod I need to install for you, isn't there, Vilja? The one that gives you an extra place to stay when we go to taverns and inns and things. Oh.
I hope I can help.
Another adventurer. Brave and irresponsible level 8 scout.
I don't think so.
Okay, toodles. I like having all these adventures about the place. It makes the world feel a lot more alive. It's marvellous. It makes Jazeer feel a bit more like just some dude, you know? We're not the prophesied hero, we're not the chosen one, we are not the unique snowflake that will save the world. He's just one dude among many trying to seek his fortune, you know? Drop a save. And this dude right now is soaking wet and wants to get inside, but hey. Anyway, yeah, I need to get that mod for Vilja so that we can avoid all that kerfuffle every time we stay at an inn where she doesn't have a bed to sleep in. So yes. Anyway, yes, Oblivion on the Xbox. Marvellous it was. Just couldn't use ranged weapons of any kind. And it had that marvellous item duplication glitch as well. That isn't in the PC version.
Go ahead, I'm listening. Welcome to Pell's Gate, friend. Have a look at
you
my
got any
wares.
food?
I'm sure there's
Instead
something.
of this huge selection of potions. Yeah, you got bread, cheese sandwich for dinner. Cheese and egg
You're
sandwich.
a fine negotiator.
Could go for any cheese and egg sandwich. Oh, I can't play this game when I'm hungry. It's a bad idea. I have the same problem with the bloody Witcher. There's Geralt chugging grilled chicken sandwiches, and I'm just sitting there like, man, I really want a chicken sandwich now.
Thank you. Come again. Be seeing you.
Right, food. We slightly hungry and slightly tired. I'm going to have a canteen full of water anyway. Top up the invisible meter. Bread, cheese. Have some of that tuna. Bread, cheese, tuna, and egg sandwich. That's probably either really yummy or really disgusting. I mean, cheese and tuna go together reasonably well. It's the egg that's the unknown element there, I think.
Welcome to Pell. I have a room.
Yeah,
Go
alright.
upstairs.
Right, robot lady.
Bye.
Vilja?
Now that we are here, how about a drink?
Very well, if you insist. Want to relax here for a while?
Sure. You will stay here too, won't you?
Yes.
I don't see any beds here that...
Alright, let's
Good.
see if there's another room up there. There is indeed more than one. I'm just gonna go ahead and unlock. Ah, it is occupado, isn't it? Oh dear, that's a problem. Alright, you're just gonna have to use your bedroll, I'm afraid.
Is this
Use your bedroll.
why...
Yeah. Well, it's a bed. It's not really a bed, Vilja. Just, oh my goodness me. Whatever. Okay. I forgot it would deploy it exactly where I was.
I don't see any...
Well, just gonna. Okay, yeah, I really need to get that mod because this is a problem. Anyway, I don't know how many hours it said we need, but which is kind of a 8 hours a day kind of cat, really. I think 8 hours minimum. I've contracted Chanthrax blight. What? How? Oh, it's because I've slept in a really low quality bed. That's how. I forgot that was a thing in this game. Oh, Tricia does not feel very good this morning. Ugh. What has it done to us? Drained our speed and agility. Ugh.
It's you. Hi.
I do not wish to speak to you, lady who runs a filthy inn.
Now that we are...
Let's go. Do we have any cure disease? We do. Alright, let's chug that for breakfast. You need a strong potion of cure disease to cure Chanthrax blight. What? What? Aha! No. Well, hang on a minute. This lady does sell potions. Maybe
Welcome
she's got
to
something.
Pell. I offer the finest goods and lowest prices in all Cyrodiil.
Strong potion of cure disease. No. She just has a weak one. No. Do you have any mandrake? No. Do I have any mandrake? No. Oh, Jazir feels terrible. Oh, it is raining still. Oh.
I heard people saying they managed
Jazir must make trip to Imperial City to get potion of strong cure disease. I'd say visit a way shrine, but I don't think the way shrines actually cure disease.
You have my ear, citizen.
You know, it's weird, but you don't often see Imperial Legion guards riding white horses, do you? Oh well, this is turning out to be the worst day ever. Poor Jazir feels sick. It is also raining and he must walk all the way back to the Imperial City. This sucks. Cyrodiil sucks. Jazir has changed his mind completely. He does not like it here anymore. Strong potion of cure disease. It would have to be that, wouldn't it? Chanthrax blight. Ugh. It does sound horrible, doesn't it? Ah, I wanted to visit Faregyl. I was thinking about it, but I guess there's a change of plans now, huh? Guess we come back this way again. Ooh, guards killing stuff. Ooh, 2 guards and a battle mage, looks like. Interesting. Don't see that very often.
You have my ear, citizen.
Imperial Legion recruit,
You have my
apparently.
ear,
Oh, they're all
citizen.
recruits. Well, we'll give the Way Shrine a try, I guess, but I don't think they cure disease, do they, these things? Annoyingly. They just give you whatever benefit is from that particular god. You have to go to one of the big chapels in one of the other cities for the main Altar of the Nine, don't you? Yeah, that hasn't got rid of it, has it? Oh, wait, actually... No, it seems to have done it. Yeah, okay, well, never mind. I misspoke, apparently. It doesn't tell you rejoice for your afflictions are banished, like the big shrine altar things. But apparently it will do it. Oh, this is much better. Jizir does not need to go back now. Let's just go this way instead. Although it is raining, Jizir will press on because he does not wish to stay another night in that filthy, filthy inn. Ugh. Also, what is wrong with the water? That's a bit odd. Okay, well, I'm just going to go ahead and chalk that up to Oblivion being Oblivion. Don't know what happened there. I haven't installed any mods for the water. So what the heck's that about? Maybe it's a weird glitch with ENBoost. Because I am using ENBoost. That's the only thing I can think of that might affect the graphics there. Like the water shaders. Hi
You
guys.
have my ear, citizen.
Might be able to fix it by saving and reloading the game, actually. Let's try that, shall we? Saving. Reload. Then again, it might not. Oh, or it could just crash. Okay, that's nice. Alright, we're back. I decided not to reload that save after restarting the game, just in case there's something wrong with it. So I loaded back up at the Way Shrine again, cured my disease, and then I took the opportunity to fast travel all the way back here to Charcoal Cave. You can see the aqueduct in the distance there. I thought we'd carry on this way towards... I think there was a signpost that said Faregyl's down this way, so we'll go this way. And yes, I did fast travel. It's not something I frequently do, I must admit. But oh boy. Okay. Well, there's one down. A Dwemer dagger, you say? Valenwood Cape. Oh, that's like a faction disguise thing, isn't it? This is one of the faction enemies that are added by, what's it called? Maskar's Overhaul? Yeah. And you can use these capes as like a disguise, a bit like in Fallout New Vegas, where you wear faction outfits. I think that's how that works. I guess I might take it just in case, eh? Steady on there, Vilja. Whoa, that was close, it felt like. Valenwood Rangers, yeah, that's what they are. I'm gonna give you these, actually. Vilja. Might not be a bad idea to have you do a bit of archery.
Guess what? I found one of the ingredients I was looking for. Isn't that great?
Excellent news. How many more to go? Let's see. Check your gear. Apparently somewhere in here there's an option to make Vilja essential. I don't remember where exactly. Someone in the comments mentioned it, and now I'm actually a bit stumped as I try to recall exactly. She found an apple, and she's got sacred lotus seeds. Interesting. I thought they said it was in here somewhere, the option for it, but I don't see it, honestly. Unless it's one of these things here. I don't think so. Anyway, have this. And I guess you don't need arrows? What's that about? I'm sure I picked up arrows.
Yes?
Whatever. So fight strategy.
Sure.
Use ranged weapons and stay back.
Alright. I kill them from behind for sure. But if you want me to be your marksman, I expect you to provide me with arrows.
I mean, I just tried to, but maybe there's a... Let me just check your gear again. There's something I'm missing here. Do you have like a quiver that I'm supposed to put them in or something? Something I'm fundamentally not understanding here, isn't there?
Yes?
I did pick up the arrows, right? Yeah, I've got arrows.
Anytime. Pardon me for asking, but are you sure that you know where we are going?
To be completely honest, Vilja, no, not really. I think the signpost said this way, but just here is not actually sure for certain. Alright, back to fighting strategy, use melee weapons. And that'll do for now, I guess. It's not. We could sit and chat for a bit, but maybe not in the rain.
Anytime.
Oh, here we go. Signposts. Faregyl this way. Also Riverhold and Orcrest this way. Oh, bloody hell, well there it is, I guess. Hello.
Yes.
Pilgrims of
Tidings,
Zenithar.
citizen.
The god of commerce. Wouldn't hurt to be on the good side of the god of commerce, would it? Is that how you're supposed to do it? You actually stand in the middle? Oh. Honest labour earns its own reward. Pray at my chapel altars to receive my blessings. Good. Dread Pirate Dean. Oh, that's a unique one. The others don't do anything. What happens if I... Do I want to know? Here lies the Dread Pirate Dean. It didn't mean what he thought it meant either. I think I understand that reference. Oh, the well has been poisoned. Well, that is no good. There's actually an any option to get rid of the well poisoning. I actually think it might be slightly glitched. Because according to the INI file, they're only supposed to be poisoned if you do the main quest. And we're not doing the main quest. I mean, we have... Technically, I suppose, we have the main quest active in our journal. I mean, if I go all the way to the bottom, we've got to deliver the amulet, but I feel like it's probably not meant to work that way. I wonder if perhaps using an alternate start mod screwed with that a little bit. Maybe that's the problem. I'd been role-playing up until now as basically Jazir poking his head in there, and he'd seen like a the equivalent of a shopping trolley and a few condoms floating down there, and just thought to himself, this does not look safe to drink. You know, in the middle of the city where we were encountering that before, but maybe I should edit the INI so we don't have any more poisoned wells. Faregyl Inn. Oh, it has finally stopped raining. We'll go in the inn in a bit. Just have a look around for now, since it's, since it's dried up. Chickens! Bloody big chickens. Hello. Greetings, adventurer. Welcome to Faregyl. Dread Pirate Dean. Dean? He used to be a famous pirate who sailed Lake Ramar in the Nibbon River. He made a big name for himself. He visited our village one foggy morning and told a whopper of a tale about how he'd had his way with the Emperor's daughter. Legend has it he repeated that story once too often, and the Dark Brotherhood was sent to assassinate him. When they finally caught him, he pleaded with them that it didn't mean what they thought it meant. It didn't stop them from slitting his throat. Nobody ever found his body, but it felt wrong not to give him a proper burial. See, can you tell me about the gold mine? The abandoned mine? No, I don't want to talk about that. It would be best if you stopped asking about it. No good will come of it. Okay. Instant at Darcy's mine. Yes, because we had a quest about this. We were told about this. I can't remember who it was that mentioned it to us, but it was someone in Leowyn. Let's make that the active. Rumours going around seems trouble with a gold mine in Faregyl that was abandoned after a goblin attack. Seems like something worth investigating. The local villagers are unwilling to talk about the mine. When asked, they grow quite agitated and rude and wanted nothing more to do with me. Maybe the local blacksmith knows something about it. I don't know why we've leapt to that conclusion, but we have, apparently. Oh. Big alien statue thingy. Oh, those are some gigantic rabbits. Huge rabbits. More of a hare, really. Feels like to me. Gigantic rabbits in a gigantic hutch. Look at them go. Oh, look at this. Interesting, unique textures for the buildings here, like they've been assembled out of alien rubble. Now that's cool. I like that. Oh, what are you doing with it? Oh, she shut the gate behind us. Nice. Good for you. Now this is cool, because this is something that happened in real life. You know, a lot of old ruins from like the Roman times, for example, they don't survive to the modern day because medieval people came along and they actually, you know, they used all the stones for to rebuild into other new buildings. You know, they'd take them apart brick by brick and then use the bricks for something else. So I kind of like the idea that, yeah, there's obviously some alien ruins here. And the people of Faregyl have basically just decided, right, we'll build our houses out of these stones. It's a free resource, you know. It's free real estate. That's pretty cool. Not gonna lie, it's pretty cool. I approve. I like it. Huh, might be an entrance to the ruin up there. We have some guards in elven armor for some reason.
Speak. State your business, citizen.
What do you know about the gold mine? Darcy's mine? You really should talk to the others about that. It really isn't our place to discuss local matters. I'm assuming there's an explanation for why you guys are wearing elven armor. I just haven't found it yet. Oh, well, you can't get in that way. Oh, never mind then. Asked the Legionnaire and patrol of Faregyl about the mine. I should talk to the locals about it instead. Alright, where's this blacksmith then? Let's follow the smoke, shall we? Unless that's just a chimney. Oh no, here we go. This looks blacksmithish. The Rusty Nail. It's not really a very good name for your business when you're a blacksmith. I don't know. Anyway. Wow. It's a little more high class than I was expecting. Welcome to my humble shop, adventurer. What can I do for you? What can you tell me about Faregyl? Faregyl is a farming town, mostly owned by Fitzwilliam Darcy. Before the expansion charter, there wasn't much to the place. The inn, Alex Lancolia's place, and Sajira's house were part of the original village charter many years ago. Nothing much happened here until the expansion charter, then several farms were seeded, and the gold mine was tapped. Faregyl has prospered greatly under Darcy's control. I hear there might even be some noble interested in an estate charter here. Darcy, you say? Darcy owns most of what you see around here, as money paid for the expansion charter and hiring the farmhands. He also provided the manpower and equipment for the abandoned gold mine outside of town. He also has a number of other operations in other villages. Since he's normally away on business, I act as his liaison with the rest of the villagers. I see to it that everything stays smooth around here. So don't you go starting any trouble around here, you got it? Okay. Can you tell me about the gold mine? So, you've been poking around the old mine. I don't see what business it is of yours why it was abandoned. Okay.
Yes?
Yes?
Only quality goods for sale here. What can I interest you in?
You sell elven gear, then. Along with orcish and steel. Got anything to sell you? Actually, yeah, I got these, I suppose. You cannot have my alien spoon. Or my soap.
Thank you. Come again. I'm pretty handy. What
This would,
needs to
yes,
be fixed?
repairs would be a very good idea. I must remember to do that regularly.
Good day.
Alright. Rusty Nail Charter. Bearer this document is hereby granted a charter to commission a blacksmithy heretofore known as the Rusty Nail. Said blacksmithy to occupy land purchased in the village of Faregyl. Authorization has been granted by the Elder Council under this charter to conduct all legal business entailed in the art of blacksmithing. Upon payment of the charter fee set at 50,000 septims, the charter holder will be entitled to the full rights and privileges of citizenship in the village of Faregyl and entitled to any profits generated as a result of ownership of the blacksmithy. Blah, 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 blah. This charter must remain on display in a prominent location for the business to remain lawful. Yeah. Cows! Or just one cow, really. Maybe we'll try the inn. Yeah, here we go. It seems Golgro Lum, the local smith, is no more willing to discuss the mine than the rest of the local villagers. The only other people left to ask are the local legionaries. Hopefully they'll be more willing to discuss the mine. Yeah, we already asked them. Let's ask another one.
Hello, citizen. I hope you're faring well in these difficult times.
Can you tell me about Darcy? Darcy? He's the baron who owns all the farmland you see here. He resides at Pemberley Manor, which is out on the coast near Anvil. He hasn't actually been around much recently, which is somewhat unusual for him, though he does have other holdings elsewhere in Cyrodiil. The local blacksmith acts as his liaison and provides the town with all of its maintenance needs. He also does good business with adventurers. Seems the old man has access to a large number of alien relics, and saw to it we were very well equipped to help protect Faregyl and its mine. I wouldn't expect the locals to tell you much about him. Not all of them think highly of him, and we're here to watch them as well. Interesting, so that's why you guys are wearing alien armor, and very well, you know, elven armor and stuff, right? Because you did what I'd probably do as a player character if I owned a small village. I'd give all the guards really good gear. If I had it spare, you know. Alien relics, you say? Yes, I would have thought it obvious that the village is filled with alien relics. Most of that was stonework and that big statue there. Many of the smaller pieces were sold as part of the mining operations, but the villagers got paid with them as well. Nearly everyone has some. The inn, Sajira's house, and Alex Lincolia's house, part of the original settlement before Darcy bought up all the land. I wonder if that's a hint as to who we should talk to about the mine. I don't think you want to be messing around down there. Ever since the last goblin attack, something just didn't feel right. Darcy doesn't pay me enough to go down there and poke around, so if you decide to go off and get yourself killed, don't expect me to come and save you. The only other fools who dared try were a band of relic hunters, and nobody has seen them since they went down there. Led by a pair of Argonians, most unusual, and they certainly weren't sent by Darcy. They went in shortly before the Emperor's assassination. Interesting. There's not much else to tell, really. After the last encounter we had with the goblins, most of the miners who escaped vowed never to return. You should talk to Golgro Lum, but he knows more about the place than I do. Interesting. Well, we already tried that, but...
Carry on.
Just to be on the safe side, I'll try and bring up the subject again.
What can I do for you?
Alien relics? One of Darcy's more clever solutions to a problem. Pay the villagers in relics and use them to help excavate by allowing them to use the stonework. It's all perfectly legal. I'd suggest not asking about the subject with the others, though. They get suspicious when outsiders take such an interest. About the goblin attack. Goblins? You feeling okay there? Haven't seen any goblins around here in ages. What about the gold mine? Those loose-lipped fetchers. I ought to pound their puny bodies into mash. They never know when to keep quiet. Well, I don't know what they all told you, but that mine still belongs to Mr. Darcy, and I'm not about to tell you anything more. All you really need to know is that it was profitable, and it's the only reason these people are still living around here. One day soon, we expect Darcy to send in another crew to finish mining out all that gold. If you're looking to get yourself killed poking around down there, don't let me stop you. At least then you'll leave us alone. There isn't much more left to tell. I've told you everything I know about the mine. If you want to get yourself killed, don't let me stop you. Okay.
Be seeing you.
Yes, my American accent is truly dreadful. And no, I'm not going to stop using it on occasion. You're just going to have to suffer, Americans. You're just gonna have to live through what I have to live through every time an American tries to do a British accent. Governor.
Hello there.
Hello. They say that when you murder someone, the Dark Brotherhood comes to you in your sleep.
Ooh,
it's
spooky.
how they recruit new members. Good day.
Oh, lots of dialogue topics. I'm not used to this in Oblivion. Can you tell Jazir about Darcy? You mean Fitzwilliam Darcy? The greedy landowner? That Darcy? If so, you could tell him to go pay up on what he owes us. Faregyl. Faregyl used to be a sleepy little village before Darcy came along with his expansion charter. We get a lot of folk through here these days. We've managed to become one of the largest suppliers of food in the region, supplying needs as far away as the Imperial City. Sometimes I miss the old days, though. It was just Alex, Jira, and myself. What do you know about the goblin attack? Goblins? Oh, there aren't any goblins around here. You must be mistaken.
Seriously?
Absolutely.
Why is this giving
Nobody
me,
goes
like...
into the mountains but hunters and thieves on the land.
This is reminding me a lot of
It's hard to
Snuff.
come by.
The novel by Terry Pratchett.
So long.
Farewell. I hope I can help.
What about alien relics? I don't take much interest in old relics. The carafe on the mantle is the only one I have. The others seem to like them, though. I see. Well, do you have a bed?
A bed you seek? There is one here for you if you have the 10 gold to rent it.
A bed you seek? Yes, I'll take it.
Up the stairs you must go, to the first door on your right. That is your room for the night.
Up the stairs you must go, to the first door. Okay, Master Yoda. Alright. Rumors?
Nibene is a region of mixed farmland, parkland, and forest.
It's not really a rumor so much as a statement of fact, but okay.
Good that you want to get better.
Training in alteration. Oh, that's interesting. Why would a pub landlord have alteration magic?
Can I interest you in some of my wares?
Bottle of wine, I guess. Stock up on provisions as well, actually, while we're here, I guess, because she's got plenty of them.
You drive a hard bargain.
Chicken! Restore Magica! Oh my goodness. I'll take some ham, I guess. And there's magical Restore Magica chicken from those magical giant chickens outside, I guess. No eggs, though, available, interestingly, when you think about it. All these potatoes as well. Wow, and we've got loads of food now. That's excellent. Oh, on that note, I did tweak the INI file finally.
Tell your friends about me.
I believe I've managed to make it so that we don't get hungry and thirsty, etc. quite so fast. I think we get tired at the same rate as we did before. We don't get hungry and thirsty quite as fast. And also, it no longer drains our stats when we get hungry. What it does, it will drain our maximum health, magicka, fatigue, and stuff. So, unfortunately, there does exist the possibility that I will occasionally have almost no health left, suddenly become hungry, and then die, because I think that happened once already in the LP, which was kind of silly. But I was able to turn off the attributes degradation, so no more like, oh, I'm hungry, so I'm now over encumbered type nonsense, because that was really annoying. So I've turned that off. Our attributes here are now completely unaffected by our hunger. It's just our main core 3 attributes. So kind of a little bit like how hardcore mode works in Skyrim with the Anniversary Edition, essentially. Sort of, not quite the same, because it doesn't like limit the max. It actually just takes it away. But similar idea, basically. So that's how I've done it. That's how I've set it up. So let's have the wine. And some lunch.
Take care.
And the coffee is from the mod, the basic needs mod. So
it's my.
I think the coffee should, in theory, make us less tired. In theory.
Take care.
Yeah, I just got a "you are somewhat tired" notification at the top there when I drank the coffee. So. Yeah, we're just somewhat tired now, and that's it. We can deal with being somewhat tired. That's okay. It's lowered our max fatigue, as you can see at the bottom there, but that's all right. You just got to remember to make sure we're not hungry. That's the main thing, because that's the one that can accidentally kill us. Because I think hunger is tied to the health bar. All right, so what I'm going to try here. I'm going to try and do what I wanted to do before. Brilliant. I don't even have to use the console to set ownership on that. So I think what I'm going to try and do when we rest here later, I'm going to try and get Vilja to use this room, and I will use this one with the bigger bed. Excellent. If the bed was red when I moused over it, I was going to use the set ownership command to try and make it work, and we'll see if that happens. We'll see if we can make that work. And if it does, that'll just be what I do in inns from now on until I get the little sub-mod. Right. Doesn't seem to be much else to do now other than to go actually poke around in the mine itself. Wherever it is.
Hail.
Hello.
What do you want? Take care.
Faregyl. Interesting outfit.
Anytime now.
Not that interesting, really. It's just a bit unusual.
What is it, citizen?
Where is that? The guards patrol up here, don't they? It looks like so. What's up here to patrol? That's what I want to know. If it was a little bit less bloody foggy, I could actually get a better view of things, but... Oh, here we go. Darcy's mine. It's right here. It's inside this big rock. Guess the entrance is around the side here somewhere. Here we go. Alright. Let's have a look. Sneakily does it. Oh, a bit of Planescape music. Oh my goodness me, it's dark. Okay. Wow. I don't suppose we can get you to hold a torch, can we? Now, what did I... 8 is my night eye hotkey, okay. I might want to install a mod to make night eye a bit more convenient, actually. This mine smells of death. Something terrible happened here. I should ask around town before venturing further. Oh, okay then. I think I might wait until the night eye wears off first, though. I can see something glowing down there. How bright is it out here? Oof. Okay, it's not like unplayably bright. Riverhold is that way. Oh, I like how that's quite nicely integrated with everything else. That's the sign for Riverhold in Elsweyr. But it's not been like deleted by the Faregyl mod or anything. They're nicely coexisting, which is good. So yeah, with the Elsweyr mod and also all the collection of mods I got to add places like Faregyl to the game, there's a whole lot more Oblivion to explore now. I'm kind of excited. We've got better cities, we've got unique landscapes, we've got Elsweyr, we've got Faregyl, and we've got several other mods like that, like the Way. I think there's a bunch of other places around, like there's Such, I think, down here somewhere. I think there's another village down this way somewhere. I installed a whole bunch of mods, but I think mostly by the same author. I hope, was it Arthmore? I'm not sure. That had a whole bunch of new little sort of settlements like Faregyl to the map with their own NPCs and quests and things.
What is it, citizen?
Just to give us new places to go and see and do things in, you know.
Seven of the evening watch and all's well. Everything's fine, sir.
Let's ask about the goblin attack again. Goblins? No, there haven't been any goblins around here since we drove out the tribe that returned to try and retake the mine. That's been a couple of months now, at least. You might want to ask around with some of the other locals, but I doubt they'll tell you much. The villagers would never have been able to repel that attack on their own. It's probably a good thing Darcy hired us as protection. Sorry, don't know anything more than I've already told you. Talk to Goldgrow Lum. He probably knows more. Back to the bloody blacksmith again, eh? That man's getting probably progressively more and more annoyed with Jazeer.
What?
So, those loose-lipped clods still don't know when to shut up. Fine. I suppose you won't go away until someone explains it, will you? A large tribe of goblins once resided in the mine just outside of town. They were apparently there long before Darcy sent us to settle the area. Before the inn and my shop were built, this area saw very little activity. Even then, the goblins were content to remain near the caves. Once the farmers came and planted their crops, though, things started to turn. At first, it was little things, a dead pig, crops torn up. Wasn't anything I couldn't handle. After the miners showed up, though, it became clear that Darcy wanted the tribe removed by force. They sent in those 2 legionnaires and some adventurers and cleared out the caves. As the surviving goblins fled, I noticed something odd. The tribal shaman stopped up on the top of the hills over there and uttered a curse upon the village. It made everyone nervous. We all figured it was just craziness until one day that shaman returned with a much larger force. They killed many miners before we could help. Despite my distrust for Darcy's legionaries, if they hadn't been here, this village would surely have been razed to the ground. We never did figure out why they seemed so determined. So there you have it. Do you know? Now you know. Did it make you feel better? Jazeer does not understand why you hid this from us. This does not make sense. This is a very boring story. There's nothing to hide. I don't know what more you want me to tell you. That was the last I saw of them, and then they scattered into the woods again. Ugh, my reading comprehension's sucking today.
Fighting's easy. Just lead them out on the water and shoot them full of holes. If you've got a bow, of course, and can walk on water.
Jazeer just sold you his bow, but he can walk on water. Sometimes Jazeer forgets this, actually.
Take care.
Okay. If I really want to know the full truth of what happened, I'll need to go to the mine myself. Yeah, that's what it's looking like. What's the time? 7 PM? Maybe we'll go into the mine tomorrow. Since Jazeer is already quite tired, apparently. Yeah. Obviously didn't get enough sleep last night in that filthy bedroll. I imagine the illness took a bit out of him as well, actually, to be fair. Gaius Baltar, excuse me, what?
What can I do for you?
Don't see how it's any of your business how we got paid for our work here. You best keep your hands off my stuff.
Good day.
Man, this place is just full of references today.
What's the news from the other parts of town?
Okay, she's been at
They
the
say
schooner.
syndicates of wizards have led a boycott of Imperial goods in the land of the Altmer.
Also another
It
reference.
seems Somerset Isle has become a much more dangerous place.
Bye.
Probably some I'm not even getting, actually.
It's my pleasure.
Oh, we've already got the bed, haven't we? What am I doing?
There's much.
Well met.
Alright.
Wouldn't it be nice to just talk a little, you and I?
Do you know what? Sure, why not? Tell Jazir about yourself.
Alright, I give in. I tell you some more. You were curious of how I ended up in Cyrodiil, right? When I was staying in Vivek with my sister, I learned to know a Nord warrior, Runar. He was ever so sweet, and I fell in love with him. I thought he fell in love with me too. Silly, wasn't it? When he returned to his home in the Imperial City, he said he would write to me, that he wanted me to come here and marry him. Well, time passed, and I didn't hear from him. I wrote, but he never replied. I thought something had happened to him, so I went here to find out. And something had indeed happened. The bastard was married already, and had 3 children.
Well then.
I felt so ashamed that I had let myself be fooled by him. Therefore, I didn't want to go back to Vivek and face my sister, so I stayed in Cyrodiil. Look, I don't feel like talking more right now. Maybe later, when we have known each other a little longer.
Fair enough. How are your skills progressing?
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Ah, there's the options menu I was looking for. I just had a moment of inspiration when I saw that dialogue option there. Okay, so if we open this... There we go. Make her essential, she never die. Adjust her base health. Ignore encumbrance. 3,742 maces. Okay. Don't let her sell lockpicks and hammers. Oh man, yeah, I forgot that was the thing. You could let her go do the shopping for you as well. That's a whole thing. Adjust delay between her comments. Oh, you could do that, can you? I might turn her random comments back on then if I can do that. 30 seconds, 1 minute, 1.5. That's still a bit short, really. I'll head it to 1.5 for now, but I was thinking more like 5 minutes or something like that, or 10 minutes, because there's not, you know how I really like with when it comes to like random NPC comments like that, I really do feel like as a developer you ought to err on the side of like spacing it out a lot rather than too little. Because you do it too little, people get really sick of it. Because they'll keep hearing the same lines repeated again and again and again. But you space it out, so she only commented on something like, once every 5 or every 10 minutes. It'd be a long, long time before you ended up getting bored of it. I feel, anyway. That way it would feel a bit more like a treat when it happened, It's sort of like when you play Dragon Age, for example, and like your party members have a bit of banter in the background. It's always a bit of a treat when that happens, because it doesn't happen very often. And it doesn't, it doesn't repeat. So, but anyway. Did I actually remember to set it to essential? I don't know if I did. There we go. Right, she is essential now, so she isn't going to die. I thought about leaving that off.
Goodbye.
Because it does add an element of tension to combat, I must admit. But
say that when you murder someone, the dark
oh, he's on the skuma now.
comes to you in your sleep.
It could also equally get kind of annoying if she just keeps dying repeatedly.
I've heard others say the same.
We're all talking about
I don't know, I'll think about that. I might turn it back off again at some point.
And no air.
Anyway.
I know you think I'm a bit too choosy, but some of the beds in these hotels have mattresses that can nearly walk away all by themselves.
No, she agrees completely. That that whole Chanthrex Blight incident was not very fun. Ugh. Anyway, let's relax here for a while.
Relax? That sounds nice.
Bye.
Okay, so she's just...
Well met.
I guess she's not protesting because there are 2 owned beds now.
What's
I've
on
heard
your
others
mind?
say
There's
the
this
same.
one available to her, and then we have this one as well. So that's why she was just like, yeah, cool, whatever.
Count's a dark elf, and it's crawling with orc thugs and gangsters.
Oh,
Goodbye.
That was the awkward.
goodbye.
Oh, I'm talking to a racist. Oh dear, I'm just going to leave now.
Oh, what am I to do? They're gone.
Gonna try luck with this lady now.
All gone.
Wait a minute, is this that's the jumbo potatoes lady, isn't it?
Who are you?
Good evening.
We'll talk to her tomorrow. Don't want to go running off into the woods looking for potatoes right now. I'm curious now. I'm just gonna. I kind of want to see if she'll like actually go to bed.
Hello. Good evening.
She must be sitting there reading. You can pretend that, like, you know, we stayed up drinking and having a good time, as Jazir usually does. Did drink the wine, didn't I? Wow, we're really short on booze. That won't do it all, will it?
It's you. Hi.
How are
I'll
you?
buy some more later.
Fantastic. Thanks
She
for
right
asking.
now. She's just
Hooray. Have you heard any
standing in the
word
corner
about
being
the
weird.
other
Okay, whatever.
provinces?
They say syndicates of wizards have led a boycott of Imperial goods in the land of the Altmer.
Man, it's like midnight, guys. Keep the racket down, will you? Alright, how many hours do we need? 8 hours. Alright. That suits us. Hell, make it 10. Why not? I was lying. Earned it, I think, after everything that happened. You are fully rested. I just heard a thud somewhere. It's not raining anymore, so we can take this off, can't we? There we go. Right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I think that's it for this episode. That bookends things quite nicely. When we return next time, we'll have a talk with the jumbo potatoes lady downstairs. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, and you've never run into that playing this game before, then well, you'll find out next time, but for the rest of you, you probably know which quest I'm talking about. And aside from that, we'll check out the mine and uncover
Talk to me.
What have you been up to?
the mysterious
There's so many
circumstances of the
rumors.
gold mine.
Sometimes I
and the
don't
goblins.
know what to think. But obviously there are problems in all parts of Tamriel.
All that stuff about having to set trolls on fire is a bunch of hooey. They don't like fire, but a good sword will cut them up fine.
I've heard others say the same.
I forgot she could have
They say
conversations
that
with
when you
NPCs
murder
like that.
someone, the Dark Brotherhood comes to you in your sleep. It's how they recruit new members.
Is this true?
No doubt.
I don't like glass armor. It's horrible green. And it shaves.
Yes.
Read any good books lately?
I've been reading Fundamentals of Alchemy. I figure it can't hurt to learn something new.
My mom always says I should study more. But my father says too much reading is bad for the eyesight.
Heard any news from the other provinces?
Bye.
That almost, for a minute there, almost sounded like an actual conversation, and then it just fell apart at the end. Oh dear. Anyway. Good old Oblivion. Right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thanks very much for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next one. Toodaloo.